Donald Trump says 2 N-words that you just can't say. And I feel like he been using one of them motherfuckers to death. He been fingering the fuck out that bitch. And it's Good afternoon and welcome to today's tea you need to know before you hit the dough, while you sip your cup of joe, or while you hit your blow. Ready, set, let's go. It's election day. And so we have a lot of stuff going on that we looking forward to hearing about by the end of the night. Who's going to be the governor of New York? Will Prop 50 pass? And so much more. Did you go vote today? Yay or nay? The government still shut down and SNAP benefits still haven't been paid. Caroline gave us a call today, bitch. So Caroline gave us a call today. She called us to tell us that the government is going to stay shut down unless the Democrats do something about it. And that SNAP benefits, because, now listen, this realty, Donald Trump said that he wasn't giving no SNAP benefits to nobody until the Democrats opened the government back up. But when Caroline Levitt called us, she told us that wasn't true. Caroline Levitt say that what's going to happen is, because this is only supposed to be used in emergencies and it's not really that much money, it still has to be processed, and it's going to take a long time. And so essentially y'all going to get it, but they don't know when y'all going to get it because it's going to take so long to process. I think that they're just using it as a mechanism to hold y'all fucking money. They just holding it hostage and saying whatever they need to say as a way to define the courts, or to defy the court's orders. Because the courts say you got to do this. And they saying we're going to do it, but it's just going to take some time. But what he say? Take your time. What's the rush? That's what they say. Ooh. Bitch, y'all heard the story about the Arizona judge that resigned after she was caught pissing in the bushes and throwing up as well. Her husband became her accomplice. He ended up getting arrested because he denied that it was her actually doing it. Yeah, this shit is crazy, my nigga. Y'all definitely should go look up that story. So they still shooting boats, saying that it's due to drugs and drug trafficking, right? Well, Senator Warren, he's a Democrat, and he's the vice chair of the Intelligence Committee. Tell me why they had a meeting, an all Republicans meeting about what's going on with these attacks, and left all the Democrats out, bitch. He was a little perturbed about that. But the government, bitch, hold on, because this is tea. So he went on an interview for, like, I forget what he was, Good Morning America. He was on some fucking newscast, right? And while he was on the newscast, apparently the government, the White House, knew he was going, and they tried to get ahead of the story by saying, listen, we might not have let them in, but we at least gave them a briefing. We gave them information. He said barely. He's like, barely. They barely gave us anything. But today during the press conference, Caroline Levitt said that there's another opportunity for a bipartisan intelligence meeting, and the Democrats can either show up or not. I ain't talked to y'all in a minute, but Halloween then came and went. So during Halloween, Donald Trump had trick-or-treaters, but they held a Great Gatsby party at the White House. So I was in and out of AP Literature. Kind of understood what was going on, read the story, but really was not paying attention. Mine was probably elsewhere. Anyways. The Great Gatsby is essentially about a criminal becoming filthy rich, doing obnoxiously rich things with his rich friends, but he actually just a con, and he's not really rich, and parading it in the public face because he can, because he robbed you to pay for all of his stuff, and he just want to show off, and then somebody knock him off at the end. So that's what the Great Gatsby is about. It's about a con man who steals from the community and then throws lavish parties to entice or in front of the communities to show them, to kind of rage bait them, and then one day somebody knock his silly ass off. He threw his Halloween theme party was at least nobody got killed or some shit like that, but it was themed Great Gatsby. It was the craziest shit. Everybody was fucking outraged. Speaking of crazy ass shit, y'all seen that silly ass YT girl who did blackface, bruh? She wanted to rage bait. She wanted attention. And the reality is, you want to know what's funny? This the most attention that she ever got in her life. And guess what? She had to be black to get it. That girl gonna be 10, 10, 10 this summer. I promise you that. She probably don't never want to take that shit off no more. She done damned herself because what nobody looking at her for real, she ain't get no attention for real, until she turned herself into a black girl. And even in her trying to make fun of black women, you still showed how powerful we are, because you wasn't getting no play, and what nobody talking to you was completely irrelevant. The only thing that made you relevant was you looking like me. How sad. Now you have to go back to your, because I don't want to offend anybody, but her, specifically to her, you got to go back to your poor, pale life, ho. Y'all heard the story about the man who got sued for saving a baby that fell out a window? Like, that's where humanity is. The baby was on the terrace, slipped through the cracks. The man caught the baby. When he caught the baby, the fucking baby, I'm not laughing at that. It's the image in my head. Hold on, wait. the baby arm like probably broke because it was a falling baby. So I'm watching the video, and I go in the comments, of course. And somebody in the comments put, I'm gonna see if I can find a picture, but they was like, it was a smashed watermelon, and they put the baby if he didn't catch it. But really, and you sue him? But that was a story. Donald Trump with the China last week, and during his trip there and while there, a lot of people were asking a lot of questions about his mental capacity, because he was explaining a test that he took, and everybody, and that ended up making him have to take an MRI, a brain scan. So he took a test, and as a result of that test, he had to get a MRI. And they said it was just a regular checkup right before he went to China. And the specialist, experts, health professionals say, oh, no, that was a cognitive test. His cognitive ability is declining, bitch. But now that he back from China, a lot of people say the government can open back up. They said it definitely wasn't going to open when he was in China or wherever he was, Asia, wherever the fuck he was. But it can open back up now. But now he has another problem. He's running into a Republican problem. Senator John Thune will not end the filibuster that and end the government shutdown via the nuclear option by changing some rules around. And it's getting so bad that Donald Trump is sending Truth Social messages like an angry girlfriend, directing Congress, the Republicans, to do what he said do, and they're not listening to him. I said in one of my rants, the girls are fighting. The girls, this is worse than Elania. Donald Trump says 2 N-words that you just can't say. And I feel like he been using one of them motherfuckers to death. He been figuring the fuck out that bitch, and it's nuclear. Like, I don't know if that's his new, like, safe word. It's like his new terror. But nuclear, the nuclear options. That boy is testing nukes again. We haven't tested nukes. I think I talked about this last time we talked. In 30 years, and he say he wants to test them again. Over and over again, I try to tell that boy that he gonna bring the world to an end. Donald Trump did an interview with 60 Minutes where he said that he don't think that ICE is doing enough. I don't know if we talked about this, but they robbed a museum called the Louvre, and they have captured some of the robbers. I hate when criminals get captured. Like, oh, what are you doing? But anyways, they was fine. Have you heard about what's going on in Sudan and Tanzania? Speaking of foreign countries, Donald Trump said that he would essentially go guns blazing into Nigeria if they don't stop the Christian persecution. Speaking of people we fighting for no reason, Venezuela. Apparently, Donald Trump literally wants to go to war with them. Like, has commanded covert operations on the ground, boots on the ground. I got my boots on.